I've been wanting to get around to making a video of my new garage that I built for all the muscle cars. So got some time today, nice day, so I figured I would go ahead and do that. So obviously, as you guys know, I got 2 Firebirds and a Camaro, and previously, was able to keep one of them in the garage, and then the other 2 I had to cover. Sometimes I'd store one in a friend's garage during the winter months, but that's not ideal. So been kind of planning and saving over the last 5 or 6 years, and finally was able to make it happen just this past year. Finished it late spring, I would say, this year. So we got 3 bays in the front, and then I'll kind of walk you inside here and kind of give you the full tour. So I can open the garage doors with MyQ. They're all hooked up to MyQ Wi-Fi. So I'm able to use an app on my phone. Here, I'll actually do a demonstration here and show you. So I just activated the MyQ on my phone, and you can open up all the garage doors. So I guess I'll give you an outside view here with the doors open. So I've got the Camaro in that bay, 2016 SS, the 96 Firebird, and the 99. So now I'll go ahead and take you inside and we'll check it out. So just walking around the side here, a couple stones, and you can get to the man door. And as you can see, I've got 3 bays to, fit the 3 cars. And then if we walk kind of back here, there's obviously another bay, which I'll get into here in a minute. But a decent amount of space where I could actually park a car to this direction if I needed to. But obviously I got my side-by-side, the Honda 704 here, and a plow. Living in this area, we get a decent amount of snow. Hasn't been too bad the last few winters, but we actually did get some snow this past week, and I was able to get the plow out and use it. So works pretty good. So this area over here, just right now, I've just got a couple of refrigerators, freezer. At some point, I'd like to get, some nice stainless steel cabinets and shelving and stuff like that for storage, but I haven't quite got there yet. I got a battery tender here, going on the Camaro's battery. Wi-Fi out here. So we ran, from the house, we actually ran electrical, internet line, obviously sewage, a sewage line, water line, and gas line. So pretty much everything you would need, we have it out here. And it was kind of, we trenched it from the house. Got some tires, summer tires that we swapped out for winter wheels and tires on my son's Tesla. And then here we've got the 2-post lift. So this is an Advantage lift. They were having a sale last year. I think I got it for $3,000. And then the installation, I want to say, was like delivery and installation and everything was maybe around $750, $800, something like that. So I think overall pretty good deal. It's been great so far. So I actually went with the lift, where all the wiring and stuff goes across the top. So you got nothing here on the bottom. And then it's nice because it's got this, if you got like a SUV or something up here, I've had my wife's Tahoe on here before. Once you get it to a certain point, it'll hit that pressure sensor and shut it off. So you can't damage the car or the roof or anything like that, which is kind of nice. So far this has been great. You guys have seen in other videos. But, just some extra storage over here, get a little bit messy. Once I get some cabinets and things, organize it better. Did get one of these tire shelving units. I believe I got it at Tire Rack, I think. But yeah, not too expensive and works out great. So just putting the stock Camaro tires on here, all seasons obviously. So I should be putting those on the car here soon if I do want to take it out every once in a while on a drier day. Just to heat the garage, when it's really cold, freezing temperatures below 32, and I open up the bays for a little bit. to pull a car out or just to air it out a little bit. This thing will kick on the Resnor. This is gas powered, obviously. And this thing can warm up this whole space super fast. I usually keep it around like 60, let's see here, 62, 63. So that doesn't usually run much until the really cold months. Got myself a speaker over here. When I'm working out here, I can listen to some music, which is cool. Show you some of the utilities. So breaker box here. And this is kind of our utility closet. Get a light here for you. So this does actually have a full gas furnace and an air conditioning unit, which I'll show you in a bit. Because there is an upstairs space that I'll show you. But so this will, obviously in the cold months it'll put out heat. And I do have just one register down here. But so it's actually running right now. And it puts out a ton of heat, like to the point that as long as I'm not really opening the doors and stuff, this whole area will stay warm. And that doesn't even really need to run, which is cool. The thermostat for this unit is upstairs, I'll show you. And then got a hot water tank over here. Just an electrical tank, not gas. Don't need, not using it a ton really, but it works just fine. Good sized tank. I think I want to say it's at least a 50. Might be bigger than that. Then you got to have a utility sink, obviously. When you're working in the garage, different things. You're washing the cars or washing your hands, washing parts and things. Got the extension, which is nice. Hot and cold. And then obviously your hose hookup. Went with like a kind of a dual unit here where I can get the kind of temperature I want. So you got your hot and your cold. And that's really nice. And then just the traditional, twisting spray nozzle. Works pretty well. I actually can't really see them right now, but I have a drain under here, and the concrete is, it's kind of sloped so it'll drain properly. And then another drain over here. Didn't put one over there because it didn't really need one. Usually that's just where I'm working on the cars and stuff. And then haven't really mentioned the floor, but it's kind of like an epoxy floor, but it's a different product. Let me grab the sheet and I can show you. Okay, so I'm with a local company here called Garage Finisher, but it's a Polyaspartic floor. So this kind of shows you the comparison between epoxy. So with epoxy, you get 3 layers. You get the epoxy, the first layer, which is the epoxy coating. Second layer, your chips. And then the third layer is your clear coat. So with this, they grind the floor down. And so I have a camera out here, up there, you can see it. It's hooked up to the mic cue. But so when they were out here doing it that day, I actually, kept kind of checking in and watching them on the camera. And so they definitely went through all these steps. They ground the floor up, not a lot, just to kind of smooth the concrete out, get any imperfections out. They vacuumed it, removed all the dust. They were filling in any spots. Obviously this is a brand new floor, so they didn't have to do a whole lot. Then they do the first layer of the Polyaspartic colored coat. This gray color that I went with. Then they did a clear coat. Then the guys walk around, with these little spiked shoes and toss the decorative chips. And this fourth layer is another layer of that Polyaspartic, but it's clear. And it's got these little clear beads, which I'll show you here in a minute. And then they do one more layer of a clear coat. So if we actually get down in here, let's try to see if I can show you, but it's got these little beads in it. It's got a good grip to it. It's got good traction. So when it's wet in here, you're walking in here with snow on your feet or something like that, you still have pretty good traction. You're not gonna slip like you would on like just regular concrete that's wet. Maybe even like the epoxy floors are a little bit slipperier, but it's been really nice. And then they gave me this, like kind of a squeegee brush thing. So you got a brush on one end and then a squeegee on the other end, and you can kind of, whenever the floors are wet, you can just kind of drag it like that into the drain area or if it's kind of dirty, you can brush it and then drag it, you know, spray it with your hose and stuff. So super easy to maintain and keep clean. It was definitely worth the money, in my opinion.
Also wanted to mention is, I mean, obviously all the stuff I'm storing in here wasn't in there, but they were able to get all the way underneath the stairs. Can't really see, but they coated the whole floor underneath the stairs, everything. So
Total surface area of the floor down here is covered, which is really cool. All right, so while we're on the first level, I'll go ahead and mention a few other things. So if I ever wanted to add a secondary, like a 4-post lift, if I wanted to stack cars, I have another plug up there, a 120 up there, 20. I think it's a 20 amp connection. Had one for this one as well. So you could always put a 4-post here, stack cars if you needed to. I mean, obviously you could do it here, but I kind of like to use this as a wash bay. And then something I guess I didn't mention is the jack shaft garage openers. So these are the Lift Masters, and you know, obviously mentioned they got the remote mic and all that kind of stuff. Got the sensing lights, so there's actually little sensors on the openers, and these lights will come on, give you extra light, which is kind of nice. So you don't always have to turn on the main switches over there. But really, it allows you to get really high, you know, the rails and the tracks really high up to the ceiling. The reason I wanted to do that, aesthetics obviously is one thing, and then for the lifts. So if I've got a car on the lift and I've got it up and working on it or something, you wouldn't want it to come over like traditionally here. You know, this one's coming down at least 2.5, 3 feet. If that were the case in this door, or somebody were to open the door and a car was up there, it could bang into it, so that wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, really nice. The high lift wasn't really that much more, so well worth it. You know, you can swap out to these in an existing garage if you wanted to add like a 4-post lift and stack cars. I think you can stack cars, and I want to say you gotta probably at least have, depending on the cars obviously, but probably 10.5 to 11 foot ceiling. You know, maybe you can get away with the 10. I guess it depends on the cars, but if that's something you guys need more space in your garages to stack cars, you could do that. So we'll go over here and check out the rear area. Got a charge port here, you know, for electric charging. Sometimes we'll bring my son's Tesla out here. Obviously I have another charger in the house where he parks his car, but just figured good to have for future. And if we open up this door, just, you know, extra storage out here. So obviously my thought is I could pull this out, you know, if I'm just taking it, you know, to kind of run through the neighborhood or go to the pool in the winter. You know, you got the plow. Just have an extra door on the back is just super nice. And then just rocks. I didn't need to have this paved or concrete or anything, but can store other stuff. So I got a trailer back here that obviously allows me to carry this. And then I can tow it with the Colorado, but then I can also just, you know, like I just got a fridge the other day for free. So I was able to pick that up, you know, using the trailer. So it just comes in handy. It's super helpful. You know, a family member needed help picking up a huge, like 85-inch TV. I was able to use that. So figured it'd be just nice to have. Comes in handy, but you know, someday down the road, if I ever get other stuff, could store it back here, which is really nice. And obviously there's your AC unit. So that's for the upstairs. And, you know, and it'll also blow cold air in the summer months out of that vent there, which is nice. So this is the back area, you know, decent amount of extra room back here as well. All right, so we'll take a look upstairs. Something I always love on stairs is having like step lights. So I actually pre-wired all these and then, you know, popped them in once everything was pretty much finished. Just nice, gives you some illumination. It's safer when you're going up the stairs. So this is without the lights on. It actually gives you pretty good light. We'll go ahead and hit the switch for the light. And that makes it even better. So we'll walk upstairs here. Everything's carpeted. Wanted it to feel more homey up here. You know, this is just a hangout space for the kids or whoever. And, you know, I put in a special dance floor here. Did this all myself for my daughter So it's got like a pretty thick rubber underlayment, and it just got that nice kind of faux wood look. So it came in rolls, so it's pretty easy to roll out and cut it and stuff. Got some nice big windows up here, so it kind of feels open and airy. Got nice views. And the whole roof was a giant truss system, so it came like prefabbed on this big truck. I can put some like, I'll put a short video clip in here to show you when they delivered it. But so you get a decent amount of space. I want to say from this side to that side's around 16 feet, I think. And then you've got an 8-foot ceiling in the middle, and then obviously it kind of gets shorter as you go along. But then you've got these dormers here, extra, just extra space. More windows, more light during the day, which is really nice. Got a full bathroom in here. So obviously the toilet, you got your sink. It's a nice little unit we got at Home Depot. Actually has slow close on the hinges, which is cool. And my wife and daughter really like the gold color, so we went with gold. Got some nice tile here. It looks almost like marble. It was pretty reasonably priced at Home Depot. And you got yourself a full shower, place to put the shampoos and whatnot. So, yeah, if somebody ever, the kids come home from college someday, or you got family members or friends, they need a place to crash and they kind of want their own private space, we could always, fix this area up even better. But for my daughters, like lots of area to come up here and just goof around, do TikTok videos, practice or dance and stuff like that. Obviously you got the mirror, which is cool, which is nice. You can do some extra storage back in here. We had them cut these out. Could always put some shelving and, doors in here if we wanted to at some point. But just extra cubby space. She's got a little fridge and, food and snacks and things when she does sleepovers and stuff up here. Nice Pioneer TV. Got that for, I want to say under $200, 55-inch Amazon. That was a pretty good deal. And so, kids will come up here sometimes and hang out. Got a pull-out couch, air bed, which is handy. So it's a fun space. Let's let the kids kind of get away and kind of do their own thing. So just coming down from the stairs and just kind of another view of the garage here real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. It worked out really well. It's a great space to kind of come out here, work on the cars, clean the cars, and especially in the winter months, it's just nice to kind of come out here and have a bigger space to kind of hang out and do some stuff with the cars versus just having them outside covered and, picking up moisture and humidity and stuff like that. So really happy with it. And thanks for watching the video, and hope you guys have a good day.